Hi, Megan here to show you how we convert a image from a photo shoot and save it in several different aspect ratios to prepare it for Shopify and for social media. So first of all, I use the website Pixlr, Pixlr.com. I know a lot of folks have recommended Canva. However, I found that I could not do these things that I'm about to show you very easily for free on Canva, as easily as I can in Pixlr. So you sign up for a free account if you want to save what you've done, but you can also just start using it, which is nice. So I start with the Pixlr X Quick and Easy and open an image. So in my last video, I showed how we convert our images from the photo shoots from the .heic to a JPEG, and save them with a descriptive file name. So that's already done. And the next thing I want to think about, I'm not going to go through this process with all of my files from the shoot, right? We really want to tell the story in anywhere from 1, maybe 3 photos or 5 photos. So in this case, we're doing a photo shoot of Anne-Marie Darby's workspace for mustard seed sewing. And so what is the story that I want to tell about Anne-Marie Darby and about her workspace? If I were to do that in one image, from all the ones we took at the photo shoot, I would use this spools with thread on the wall with the cross, because that really tells us what she's doing and who she is and what she values. If I'm going to do it in 5 images, I of course want Anne-Marie's smiling face. I also thought we want to see her in action. So Anne-Marie's face, the spools and thread on the wall, her using the sewing machine. So that's number 3. 4, her in action is measuring a cincture on a doll frame. And so here's number 5. After showing how she works in process, I'll show a finished product of something that she provides for folks. So here's our white garment with cross. I'm going to open that up. And the default here is to resize it to what they call full HD. And so we're just going to take that default. We have a few different situations in which we would use this photo. Our crop feature here allows us to pre-select several options based on the aspect ratio. So I'm going to turn on select aspect, and the default is 1:1 ratio, which is a square. And that's what we're going to use for in Shopify for variants are squares, and also on Instagram posts are squares. So I want to make sure that the other thing I'm going to pay attention to are these squares, the 3x3 squares for composition. And I really want that to focus on, what is the center message of this photo. And in this case, I really think the cross aspect is what we want in the center. You can either have it in the center or just kind of the center of your story focused around that. So I'm going to apply. Here we go. And save. And again, the default here is a JPEG, high quality, but not 100%. I'm just going to take those defaults, save as, and then since we're saving several different versions of this, I'm going to name this square. So here we go. And I have an ad blocker, so I don't even see these ads. But after just a couple seconds, you can click the X, and then I'm going to actually undo this before cropping it again for the next situation. So we have square. Next, I'm going to try monitor. And this would be for our Shopify product photos, and also for our email newsletter are a 4:3 ratio on the monitor. So again, I'm going to try and make the cross the center of our crop. I don't like that. So I'm going to try it again. I mean, I want it to be the center, but I don't want it, you know, it also needs to show that it's on the table. All right, and save. This one, since we use it for Shopify product photos, I'm going to call it shop. Then once we upload it to Shopify, I'll use that to pull it into MailChimp for our email newsletter. All right, so I undo. Our next situation is Instagram. And I said we already did one-to-one for an Instagram post, but we're going to do the 9:16, which is an Instagram story. And just center it here. It's nice and long. Maybe take out a little bit of that fray at the bottom, so it's just a little bit closer to this. See how that looks? Great. And I'm going to save this, and at the end I'm going to call it Insta. Get rid of the ads. Undo. And undo again to get to the original. I'm in a situation where it saved it. I'm going to reopen it from the original. Saved it closer than. Here's our full HD. Okay, our last situation is Pinterest. And Pinterest does not have an automatic on this list. They're looking for a 2:3 aspect ratio, which I also don't see on my list of numbers here. So under ratio, I'm going to put in 2 for width and 3 for height. So this is very similar to our Instagram story, but not quite, because that's a 3:4. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Great. And I'm going to call that a pin. All right, and just like that, we have our photos saved for all of our Shopify email and social media needs.